if I can go through something tough and get through it and be back and compete and be at a high level again, then these young guys on my team can fight through anything and endure, and hopefully I inspired them a little bit. So I tried to be a little bit even more of a leader this year, oldest guy on my team, so it was really nice.
What's next for you? Freestyle, Greco?
Yeah, so I'm going to be at Nebraska for a little bit, at least, see for a while longer and see where I go from there. But freestyle is the plan right now. We'll see what happens. I do like Greco a lot, so maybe I'll dabble in that or see where I'm at as far as Greco holds up. But I'm definitely going to keep competing for a little while, senior level. Oh yeah, so Pinnacle Wrestling School, wrestling club in Minnesota. Their slogan I think it's been since I've been there the whole time, is love the fight. And so it just means that you gotta love doing the dirty work, doing the hard work. Not even just love the fight in the match, but just love the grind of wrestling and getting better and where you can, and seeing yourself reach your goals and be better in the future. Like, that's just kind of what it means. It just means strive for excellence, hold yourself to a high standard, love the fight.
Is there a certain match that sticks out in your head when you think of your career? I know for a lot of people it's Teamer and you and
the first
shaking
one that
hands.
came to my head. Ja'Cory's a great competitor, and so that was one of those earlier hallmark wins in my career, and on that run at nationals, I lost early, had to battle back through a bunch of guys, and he was one of them, and so that was one of the more meaningful matches in my career, being able to just two guys just exhausted after battling it out, like love the fight. That just means a lot when you can respect each other for just going through a war like that. And yeah, like Coach Snyder, one of the coaches at Nebraska, has that picture printed out and put on his wall, so it means a lot, and I get a lot of love from the fans for those kinds of performances.
After facing the adversity that you were facing at this time last year, what did this season mean to you?
It means a lot just to see how far I've come, like all together. Like maybe at the beginning of the year it didn't mean as much to me to get back. Like obviously I wanted to get back, but like going through this whole season and seeing how far I came from the beginning, going back to the end of last season and in the hospital, I just give myself a lot of props for how much I went through and how much I just crawled out of it and continued on. Just got to keep continuing, look for the next thing forward,
What advice would you give for someone, obviously not in your exact situation, but like Sammy Sasso, having life-threatening injury? What advice would you give to those individuals?
During those times in the hospital and stuff like that, I just try to always just tell myself I'm gonna make it through this. I always think that best case scenario, because the mind and body connection, especially with those kind of things, I believe is very strong. The more you tell yourself something, the more it's likely to come true. And so I just tried to always try to push the negative thoughts away, anything like that. Just bring in the people around you that are close to you, and just remind yourself that you're going to make it through this, because that's huge.